Yes, sir. It's your man Anthony Smith. Welcome to Chop It Up, where we bring in nothing but the hottest breeders on the fucking planet. And today I got a surprise for y'all, man. It's about to go down in this motherfucker, man. I need y'all to make some noise. We got Westmount Rich in the building. What's good with you, my boy?
Man, what's going on, man? A whole lot of Westmount, man. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Let me come down for the podcast, man. You know we working, man. A whole lot of Westmount is out. You know what's going on.
Yeah, man. I had to get you in here. And I mean, my cousin let me know. He was like, man, you got to get my boy Rich on the show. Bring him up. He's doing big things. I'm like, man, I fuck with Rich, man. Pull up to the crib, man. We got to get this thing going. The world need to see this.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's always good to see another young black man, you know what I mean? CEO doing his thing, you feel me?
Just like that. Just like
But man,
that.
let's go from the top, man. Let's go from the top. How'd you get into this whole exotic bully thing?
I mean, like I had 10 dogs when I was like 9 years old. So like on my mama's side and my daddy's side, it was a dog family. So we always had dogs.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like me.
Now back then, was it pit bulls? What kind of dogs y'all had?
So my mama had German Shepherds and my daddy had pit bulls.
Okay.
And right now I got exotic bullies and German Shepherds.
Yeah.
So like I'm a product of how I was raised.
Yeah.
Literally. My daddy had the pits, my mama had the Shepherds. Like, you know, like the older I got, you know, you get to that realization point where whatever you do, in order for you to keep doing, you gotta like to do.
Yeah.
And like, so naturally I was a dog nigga, so that was off the dribble.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? So once I start, like, you know.
So when did you feel like you could take the shit? Because back then it wasn't really a business to it, or was it? You know what I mean?
we was selling dogs for free, giving away dogs. We was selling dogs for $250. We was, you know, like,
right.
We had too many dogs. You know, we didn't have no market for dogs, so we just like dogs. So we have a litter or have 2 litters, and then it was like, now I got all these dogs. What y'all gonna do?
Yeah.
You know, we're giving away to people in the hood, or you know, like family friends, set them for the low or something. Like it wasn't nothing major going on. But even then, like the dogs looked real good. It wasn't like no bullshit. We just was young, and my daddy was fucking with the dogs, and we was cleaning up after him.
Right.
And
I got a similar upbringing, you know what I mean? But it didn't turn out as well for me as it did for you feel me? Pops had dogs, you know what I mean? We had Rottweilers growing up, and he was more using them for protection, you know what I mean? He had his little business going, and he was like, you know what I mean, niggas run up on you with a pistol, but that dog come after you, niggas they gonna think again. You know what I mean?
That dog is real.
Yeah,
that dog is real. And
it?
It's easy to say what you gonna do, but you gotta really do that shit.
Right.
All that I'm finna choke the dog out. I'm finna beat this dog up. You gotta really do that shit. So
right. And that nigga trying to take your head off because that's all he know.
Exactly. And they bred for that. The German Shepherds and the Malinois and the Rottweilers, they bred for war. So for sure. I got them now.
Yeah. So how long you been breeding them?
I've been breeding my whole life. You know,
okay.
Professionally, it's crazy. I say like my first professional breeding was like 6 years ago, and that's like the first breeding I went pro. I say pro, like everything was done to the professional level as far as the AI, the progesterone, the paperwork, everything from point A to point Z was done like a professional.
I feel it.
I say 6 years ago, and I had 10 puppies after. I still got the female too that I bred.
Yeah, gotta keep her.
I had 10 puppies. She gonna die at my house. Like, you know, she got a forever home. Like, she ain't going nowhere.
She ain't going nowhere.
She can't even help me as far as like the style of dogs that
you breeding now.
Exactly, but she, you know, for sure. So I say about 6 years. I'm about like 6 years.
6 years in. I seen the picture, nigga. It was like, man, I want to say it was 2011. I think the picture when you had the 3 pups. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but I wasn't professional, you know.
Yeah,
like,
you
I
was still
in the streets. I was still, you know, I was still fucked up. So like that was just some shit, you know. Like I was at the house, you know. So like I wasn't living off dogs. Like
okay.
I wasn't making it professional. Like, I wasn't doing my thing.
Right. We didn't have the rap whips.
Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't Westmount the way it is now. You know what I mean?
It's crazy. It wasn't Westmount. Honestly, like it wasn't Westmount Exotics. I say until like 3 years ago.
Okay.
And I'm co-CEO of Westmount Exotics.
Yeah.
My other co-founder is Kenneth Lowe Wooten, and that's my twin as far as this dog breeding shit go. We came up together. We got the same dog breeding IQ, and we share the business as far as like, you know. So yeah.
And where's your partner located?
My partner located in the middle of Los Angeles. You know
okay. So y'all both from the LA area?
Exactly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And he doing the same thing that I'm doing. He got the same amount of dogs. He doing the same type of thing. We coming up together at the same time.
That's love.
Shout out Westmount Exotic Low, man.
Man, what's good with you, Lo? You gonna have to come in here. I need to get your story. Stop playing.
That way.
But after you, like, what got that niche going? What got you, you know what I mean? After you did that first breeding 6 years ago, what really made you feel like you could take this shit to the next level and take over?
Like financially, it got me off the street. You know?
Okay.
Like I was on bullshit, you know.
Yeah.
So like, it opened some other doors up that like wasn't open.
Yeah.
And like,
now, did you know what you was doing because of your past with the dogs? Like, because it's a completely different, you know what I mean? Like when you say
crazy,
professionally,
right?
Go ahead.
I feel like, not to stop what you're saying, but I feel like for me doing my first breeding, I had more information than anybody could have doing their first breeding. I didn't see 50 litters go good and 50 litters go bad before I did my first litter.
Yeah.
So when I did my first breeding, like, I knew what to do, you know?
Yeah. You was already on. Yeah,
and shout out Anthony Gilmore. Shout out Face. He was the main. His yard was the main yard I was in around that time. So a lot of the wins and losses I learned from what he won off and what he lost off. You know what I'm saying? So.
And what was the stud he had? What stud was he rocking with back then?
It's crazy, right? That was like 6-7 years ago. Back then he had a Miyagi son named Mufasa. He had a son off him named Big Face. It was a freaky exotic motherfucker when exotics when they start really going
popping.
crazy. And he had a gang of shit, bro. Had like 20 dogs, and he stayed in my section. He stayed out where I was raised at. So it was like a home away from home, like to get off the street and come fuck with the dogs, you know?
Yeah.
So it was kind of.
Was that one of the first real niggas that you seen that was kind of getting it just straight off the dogs?
Bo had a Bentley off the dogs, you know?
Okay.
Bo had paid off Bentley off the dogs. At that point, like, everybody that I seen that had a lot of money was either like around me was either like doing a gang of bullshit or it's like some moves, you know, like some a rapper or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like niggas ain't really having money. Niggas robbing and doing weird shit. Like not me personally, but that's what you.
That's what was going on.
That's what's going on outside. Yeah. So like the people that had a lot of money was doing bullshit. Like he is the only person I seen that had a lot of money and I was doing something legitimate. I'll say that. You know what I'm saying?
And being a young nigga, he just took you under his wing and you was, low key right there in the same neighborhood.
Exactly. He was in my section. I was a dog dude, and I sold him a dog. So make a long story short, we had like a spot in our in our location in our hood, and it had got closed down on. And we had a female in the back named, and it's crazy. Her name was Sheba. She was like a reverse brindle. And make a long story short, we had to get up at the spot, with all that, and I walked the female down on like a cable cord, like the cord that you go from the house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The house to the cable box.
Yeah.
That was her leash, cause like the spot just had got broke up and whatever the case may be. I sold her to the man that taught me like really how to get cracking with the exotic shits. I sold her to him for $30.
Word.
For $30. I was walking down the street and she had nowhere to go. My daddy like, man, you got too many dogs. You ain't finna just keep bringing dogs from the street over here.
Right.
And then I brought him over here and I sold her to him for $30. And that's the nigga that really taught me how to get cracking. Shout out Anthony Gilmore and Tony Face.
Yeah. So take me a little bit further in the game. You know what I mean? After it's once that Westmount come in, once you hooked up with your partner, y'all really felt like y'all was gonna take this shit to the next level. Started branding the brand, getting the name out there.
That's when the rest started. That's when it's like, all right, if you're gonna do something, it's like either you're gonna do 100 or you ain't gonna do it at all. That's when it was like sell everything, fuck jewelry, fuck looking good, fuck spending money on Jordans, fuck cars.
Yeah.
Every dollar we get that we not using on rent, food, and
going
essentials,
straight to the dogs. Yeah.
Going to the dogs.
Yeah.
So it went like that, like for like the last 3 years, like
been going hard.
No cap. Like I could be in a Maybach right now. Like I could drive what I want. You feel me? Like
nigga, I see you, nigga. You know what I mean?
Like
stop playing with my boy Rich, man. He trying to put y'all young boys up on game, man. Y'all better listen, pay attention to this, man.
Yeah, like I could. You know what I'm saying? Like we just really just said like fuck trying to look good and let's invest into the shit that we know, which is the dogs. You know what I'm saying? So you might see me sell a whole litter and go spend that money on one dog, two dogs. You know what I'm saying? So it took the maturity of the man for me to just not try to have nice things, Right. Like not try to
not stay up with what's going on. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You're in the midst of everything
and reinvesting the money into into my business instead of spending on myself. You know,
Yeah.
If you really ain't never had too much, you get some money. Like it's so much shit you going to do.
Yeah.
You going this, you going to that, and it's like that ain't buying that shit ain't got you nowhere. Like the shit that got you somewhere was the shit you was doing. So it's
Right.
like getting to that point where I feel comfortable to going without. Like I'm not into the world, whatever the world going on right now. Like I'm into these dogs. I don't give a fuck what's going on in the world, what's cool, what's not. I'm into these dogs. When it got like that, it was over with.
Right.
Like right now, it's like that. It's over with. And I still got shit. So it's over with now. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel it. So when you got into this exotic game, what look were you going for? You know what I mean? Was you trying to automatically create something? Was you following a trend? What was you and your partner? You know what I mean? What was y'all feeling? What was y'all on?
Honestly, like I never wanted to lose the pet and the dog. As far as the mindset mostly, but as far as the prettiness, I don't like ugly dogs. You feel me? So like when you breed a dog and it's too freaky and the motherfucker start losing its appeal.
Right.
So I wanted to keep. I don't want to sacrifice nothing, bro. I wanted like a fake dog. I didn't want to sacrifice structure for color, and I didn't want to sacrifice color for structure.
Right.
I wanted both.
You wanted it all.
I wanted both, and in order to get both, it take a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
So it's like, how you gonna get this money?
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
And it was like for Westmont specifically is a sport dog breeding camp. So like if you breeding dogs as a hobby on the side, Westmont wasn't for you. So once me and my mans like made up like we was gonna do this shit like our life depended on it.
Yeah.
It was like whoever we would allow to be a part of it had to do it like similar
The way y'all was doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah, they had to be all
so like
10 toes in, nigga. Stop playing.
When you see us buying dogs and you see us going crazy like how we doing it, it ain't even cause like we live like this, fool. Like it ain't like it's nothing going on the side. Like it ain't nothing going on the side. I don't do nothing.
Yeah.
I don't have time to do nothing. I got over 40 dogs.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
have time to do nothing. So when a motherfucker see niggas buying dogs and all this, like this is how you have to do it if you're gonna do this shit. Like my kids' life depend on this shit.
Yeah.
Like they college depend on this shit.
Yeah.
Like you feel me? So that's why it's being done on that type of level because like this shit's like a sport to us. Like if you a hobby breeder and you just wanna fuck around, like Westmont not for you. Like Westmont. If we charge $20K for a franchise also, so it's like you gonna have to pay to play.
I seen that NYC joint. You know what I mean? I seen y'all expanding. We gonna get there. We gonna get there. Niggas, you know what I mean? But I didn't know what was going on in the dog world. I was all the way out of the shit. I was just a nigga with a camera. You know what I mean? And then luckily my barber hooked me up with George. Nigga, and it's been history since then. You know what I mean?
I see.
Nigga's been passport stamped
crazy,
up,
like,
you know what I mean?
It's crazy like how the world work because like me, I got kept close with your family like the last 2 years, but like how you lined up and all that lined up, like the world work in a crazy way, like it was supposed to happen. It do.
You know what
I'm saying?
And my pops, because opposite of what you did, you know what I mean? I didn't go back in and keep fucking with the dogs like that. So it came full circle to me because my dad has always loved dogs and I didn't really care for them because, you know what I mean, I was doing the same shit you was doing, picking up dog shit, you know what I mean, not really giving a fuck about the dogs or whatnot on my end, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then to see it come full circle, like get sucked back into the dog world is crazy.
Man. That shit many. That's crazy.
Nigga, that shit crazy as fuck. So
that's crazy. I can understand your story too, breaking it down, because like me, I got 8 brothers and sisters on my daddy's side.
Okay.
So like out of 8 brothers and sisters, like 5 of them not with cleaning up no dog shit. I'd probably say 6 of them really. Like I ain't with doing none of that type of shit. So
yeah.
Like I was probably I was the only one that picked it up, but it's like I got a brother or 2 that ain't against it. And even the brother I got that's all the way like against like really cleaning the shit, he's still investing into it. So,
right.
So he knows it's live for sure, you know what I'm saying?
So was it back then that he was ready to invest, or after he started seeing what bro was doing that he was like, I gotta, you know what I mean, I gotta get back in?
It was like, I'm big bro. And,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If even if one of my other brothers had something legitimate to invest into that can help all of us get some money, I'm gonna do it too.
Let's go.
So I think that's what it was. It was primarily predicated on it being legitimate. And you know what I'm saying? That's what young brothers black, you know what I'm saying? But that's what we need. So
yeah, 100%.
It was that.
Gotta put, we gotta lift each other up.
Yeah. Support too also. So yeah, shout out West Monoxide Flame. That's my brother that invested into the dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out bro now.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So after you had that, man, I heard a crazy story about like a delivery in a car. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's your story. I want you to tell it. But you know what I mean? Like your first couple litters, like that first litter came, how'd that shit happen?
My first litter came, I was fucked up. Like, I was in the street.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I really didn't have a place to whelp puppies. It was like, all right, nigga. You know, like, I ain't had no spot that was my own, so I really didn't have no spot that I could really whelp puppies, you know what I'm saying? And, like, my stepmom at the time stayed in, like, Lancaster. And, like, she wasn't even supposed to have dogs at her house like that to even really let me whelp puppies over there. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Just, like, fucking around with different females at the time, like, I just end up whelping my litter in the back of the car on the east side on Florence and Compton in the F-13s. Like, that's how I came up. I was whooping the litter right there. I had 10 puppies, you feel me?
Yeah.
My female had 10 puppies. It's crazy, right? Like, I sold every puppy in the litter for $1,200, $900, $700. I kept the first big female, the chocolate tri female. They offered me $10K for the bitch. I said no. But everybody around me calling me crazy, like,
yeah,
nigga,
how you not gonna take that 10 bands?
No spot. How you not gonna take 10 bands for this dog? I'm like, but nigga, this the dog.
Yeah,
this what I did it for.
You know what you was looking for.
Make a long story short, I kept the bitch until she turned 10 months. I sold her to China. I took $32,000 for her. That $32,000, you feel me?
Nigga,
got me focused.
Yeah,
and still to this day, 32K is the most I sold a dog for. And that was 6 years ago. That was my first breeding.
Damn.
That was my first pro breeding. That's the first time I really, like, everything was papered up. Everything was, I spent all my money. I ain't had no help doing it. My daddy wasn't helping me. Like, it was
all you.
It wasn't none of his dogs.
Yeah.
That was the first time it was my shit. You
right.
feel me? And I probably made like over 40 my first litter. Because I sold, it was not 10 puppies.
Yeah.
Everybody got sold for in between like 600 to 1,500. But that first pick female, I kept her. I ended up selling her for 32,000.
Damn, my nigga, that's wild as fuck. You know what I mean? That's what's up. And it's crazy that you could hang on to a dog that long and know what she was worth. You know what I mean? But you knew what you was doing. You knew what you was getting yourself into. So it was like, I gotta hold out. You know what I mean? At that time, niggas was selling dogs for crazy bread, especially to China, because China was going crazy then.
China was going crazy, but it's like I wasn't in that mix shit. Like I wasn't a nigga in the dog game, like to even receive that publicity to even get some of their money.
Yeah.
Like the dog looked at that good. Okay. I posted the dog on, at that time it wasn't American Exotics. Like on Facebook right now, it's like it's American Exotics right now, but back then it was Texas Exotics on Facebook. That was the main board. And I posted the bitch on Texas Exotics. The bitch went manny. Like the bitch had like 1,000 views, like 300-400 comments that I was bidding for. That's why I got a number, which was 32. Shout out my mans in them, Westmont Exotic Guam. That was my original business partner, like, to help me get started. He ended up buying like my first couple dogs for me. He ended up buying that dog and resold the dog. And I say Westmont Exotic Guam. His name Josh. He a firefighter in Guam. Okay. Me and him never met. We probably made over $50,000 together. We never met though. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying?
It's funny the way the dog world worked though.
That's my man's, bro. Yeah. Like you know what I'm saying?
To be that close to a nigga that you never really touch hands with, you know what I mean?
Without him.
But getting bread.
Like without him, like shit wouldn't have been how it's been. And I want to give a shout out to Westmont out of Guam, which is Josh. And he's a firefighter in Guam. And I'm gonna send him a Michael Mary puppy real soon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so I'm gonna send him
a
Michael Mary puppy real soon. Like I ain't me and him just like he really helped me establish. Make a long story short, at the time in Guam, they couldn't breed dogs like how we breed dogs. And there's no vets for reproduction. There's no progesterone tests, no surgicals, none of that shit. So if whatever dogs with them there wouldn't happen naturally on Guam, you know what I'm saying, what the breedings them there wouldn't go down. Okay. So Josh, you know what I'm saying, he sent me I think he sent me 2 dogs. And that shit was after I sold the bitch, and he helped me get started. I mean, I had like, I was up like 30, 40, and he just sent me 2 grown bitches. Like, Josh really like helped me jumpstart the game too. Like, I definitely had some blessings in the dog game to get me where I'm at. Like, you feel me? For sure.
Shit was lining up.
God working.
But niggas knew that you was serious. You know what I mean? You was all about it.